Good evening, everybody. I've been cleaning up. Good evening, everyone. I'm on a minute early just to prove Mark wrong, because I know he's going to say something about being late. So, greetings, everyone. Is my mic breaking up for everyone? That might have just been my throat and drinking at the same time. So, hello Egan, hello Hexwing Tavern Wars, hello Mr. Stander. I'm just checking the equalizer looks to be okay. And loads of people putting stuff into Z-Chat. And Ulfric's still not here yet. And we have people liking the stream, which is cool. I don't know where that one came from. It is... it must be over on Facebook or something like that. So, good evening, everyone. See, Mark's late now. I'm early and Mark's late. See, what does that tell you? Good afternoon, Archnin. Oh, I think King is around as well because he's posting stuff. Oh, the orc fell over. You've got Edward Wood. You mean the wood behind? Any excuse. Right, tonight. Sorry for last Thursday. I got my flu jab last Wednesday. I was struggling to... I was seeing everything blurry when I was painting on Wednesday, and it didn't get any better for Thursday, so I was like, it wasn't fair on you guys for me just to sit here and waffle and chat shit. And I decided to have the first night off in over a year, so yeah, yeah, I deserved it, I think. Hello, Craig. I have seen people's stuff going up on... Oh, you checked the equalizer. Yeah, okay. I have told you before, I can remove you from these channels, Paul. So we've got loads of bits and pieces coming through on the gallery. We will do the gallery tonight. We will also do the usual 3-person giveaway. So, usual thing, from the box, we will have promo cards. I have updated it. There's a load of new ones gone in, some more of the newer ones. And the rest of the cards from the guys over at the Ready Room. So all of their cards are in there now. So even better chances to win stuff. We will do that at 8:30. This time next week, we will be doing the big giveaway. It says bending over trying to find stuff. So the end of month giveaway, we're up to £75. End of month giveaway. We have a copy of the Moonstone rulebook. It is the hardback with all of the fantastic art and such like it. Oh, hey, there's the pug. So that'll go to one lucky winner. The Moonstone 2-player starter set, which has got there we go, 8 figures in. 2 of the figures are exclusives to the starter sets, and then the third winner will get the person with no belly because he's green. It will be the finished painted giant with the cannon, or the troll with the cannon. He's giantish. Troll with the goblin and the cannon over the top of him. So, which we are painting on the stream. The winner will get that. So the usual for that will be the top 5. Remembering, I have to stop looking to the left so fast because my neck's stiff. So the top 5 at the moment, channel, when I find it, are Archnin on 25, Will from the Ready Room on 10, X-Wing Tavern Wars on 10, Ulfric on 10, Mark on 10. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then a few people on 5. I'm not even going to entertain that one, Mr. Stander. So yes, we've got tonight, tomorrow night, and we will do the draw on Wednesday in a week's time, 31st. And let's go to quickly to the painting one. So yes, we have the Kromlech Orc Weird Boy to finish off tonight. A bit of basing, get the black down on the edging, sort that out. A wash on there to turn it into mud, and then some grass tufts, I think, and we can call him about done. Again, he has been he's a quick from base resin to tabletop standard as quickly as we can. Using the enamel wash has been fantastic so far, and we've used it on that, and we've used it on our troll. So the troll will also tonight. Good evening, Tomo. The troll tonight will also be getting work done on him. I think I'll get the bases finished, get some of the green highlights done, but the belly and the feet have come out really cool. Very gritty, dirty, grimy, smelly troll colours. It's worked how I wanted it to, with bits of bright leather and pouches, and then all of the cannonballs in his pockets. Yeah, really do like how it's come out. That is cool. So let us change glasses so I can actually see stuff. And there we go, I can see again. So let's get the black down on the basing. Black around the rim, the black, some airbrushed wash. I'm going for a really dark mud colour for the base. The blues finished on there, really nice. You can actually see how the checkers came out. Good evening, Kinger. How is you? The checkers on his shoulder have come out really nice. I might pick out the little dots and do them as either black dots, or maybe pick up some of them as metal and give them a little bit of a finish. But the Gobbo's red eyes are absolutely piercing. And so is the orcs. Is that you, Gollum? What's in it? What's in it? What's in his pockets? Yeah, cannonballs apparently. Stop moving. So I want that. What else do I want? Some bone. I want to pick out some of the bits of bone that I missed last time. Ivory. I'm going to do it in the ivory colours. Let me get here. So let's have a look. Let's go to our trusty Broken Toad size 2. No, actually, no, Louis. So I need the black. Slowly but surely getting back there, King. Had a hectic week this week. We've revamped the entire shop, top to bottom again, just to make room for some more racking to come in for card singles. We've been working on it. There's a picture in the gallery, and I'll show you guys in a bit when we do the gallery. We've got specific racking coming in. It's worked really well. We've also the new website is nearly ready. I can almost taste it. I got a handover this week, so it's now in my hands. I just need to get it how I want it. I could push it live now and have it running out, but it's not. It's got a couple of bits. I also want to move all of the Digimon over there for the day we open. Now, looking at it, I've probably got another day or afternoon's work left in it. Sorry, that's really high again because I've had it open for the cards to set up, so I do apologise. See if I can get. Is that better? Yeah, a bit better. So yeah, it's got a couple of bits left to go, and then it will be up and running. At the moment, it will have Digimon up there, and we have had a restock of some of the Digimon, so that'll all go on at the same time. But we also have Flesh and Blood, which will be the prominent part of the website for the time being, because we've got a lot of new stock for it. Let me get a bigger brush. There's a lot of new singles. We've invested quite a bit into it now, and we've been doing videos and stuff like that. We have a lot more planned for it. We're just we can't jump in as such because just not having the funds available to do what we want to. But we're building a couple of decks for myself and Ronan, and then we shall try and get some games in, get a good feel for it. Also, another one of our friends, Sweeney, has got his content starting, so we'll be supporting that one as well. And it looks like it could be quite a good start. The game looks fantastic. I really want to get some games in. Some metal. What colour metal should I use? Night Scales. That's too bright. Not white. You know when you just can't put your finger on a colour. Exhaust manifold. Why not? The lines are out of alignment. So I'm just using the exhaust manifold metal colour, not titillating pink, and it is just to pick out excuse me again, some of, I'm going to go for extra specs. No Kinger. We had the chance last Wednesday to do a rabbit in it, but because I was ill, we missed the chance. Ah, it's wet. Don't forget it's wet, Lee. So what I'm doing is just on the tops of all of these, hitting it with the bit of metal as if it's worn through the paint. There you go. Right, and so going to do the same on some of the metal. Just a couple of bits of the edges, as if it's got scratches, and same on that. That's cool. Hey Colin. Hey Chewy. I think that should be leather. So I'm just going to use a flat brown to get the bit I missed. He says, there we go. It's just Vallejo flat brown, and I've doing it very wet, so it's more of a stain on the green than full coating of brown. Just a little bit of colour to it. Thank you, X-Wing Tavern Wars, that is much appreciated. I've just seen it come through on my other screen. Thank you very much. We are very close to the goal now, so evening Fox, yep. Wasn't ignoring you, King, just making the boy learn some skill tomorrow. Oof. Oh, you look after it, Paul. I know it's horrible going to the hospitals at the moment because you've got to go and do it all yourself. There's because of all the COVID restrictions, you can't go in with even family. You can't go in with. It's horrible. So, other than a couple of tufts, as I said, I didn't want to go too deep down the rabbit hole. It was just a quick tabletop ready weird boy. So, oh, the glasses. Yeah, well, even the day stuff, arching in, it's horrible. Joe's been over today, and none of us could go with her. Yeah, I know it's usually Zoe that goes with her because she's a bigger adult than me, but yeah, it's horrible, mate. We'll be through it all soon. A little bit more perseverance and we should be good. Thank you very much, Archnin. We are almost there. So, that is the Orc Weird Boy from Kromlech, and the guys at Kromlech sent me this to paint up and show it in how we do ours, or how we've done ours. And I do like him. We might do a giveaway with him, just not till he's fully finished. So this one is in the giveaway this week. I do need some metallic dry brush paint. I do have some Necron compound. I'm going to try all these because I might order some new. I have a commission for Necrons coming in. For now, right, let's try this one. So it is, I should be doing it the other way, sorry. I want the edges so it picks the edges up. So I'm going to go this way. And it is just a very light dry brush. And this is the Redgrass dry brush. I've been using this for a couple of weeks now again. And I'm starting to really like it. It's good for like focused dry brushing as opposed to like all over. So if you're trying to get like the metal work and stuff like that, put the edge in, bit of edge highlighting as it were, it seems to work really well. Go. Lift the brightness on the cannonballs a bit, and I'm going to do is just under his chin. He's got lots of plates as well, so we can highlight them a bit. And again, the dents, I don't know if you can just see the dents in the chin plate look fantastic, and they make it so easy just to pick it up with the dry brush. I'll get the rope with the rope colour in a minute. Let's get that. Top of the cannon done, underneath leaving dark. And again, very light. There's literally nothing on the brush. Just rubbing it across the metalwork on the back, and it's highlighting the pits and the rough bits in the armour. I don't know if you can see it, the dents, and it does make the dents and everything look a whole lot nicer. And again, you put little or nothing on, but what you do put on, you're rubbing most of it off with the dry brush anyway. So this Saturday I'm going to be catching up on some patron videos. If there's any patrons in the stream, is there anything they fancy seeing? I'm going to be doing some basically some of the patron. I do a patron, yeah. I have been very lacking in the videos for the last couple of weeks. Hopefully we can start getting some more videos shot out, but we've got some new bits and pieces to go into the goodie bags, so they're ready to go. The new pieces are ready to go. I haven't got the full goodie bags yet. You managed. Oh look. Yep, we definitely do have a patron. I have also got another 54mm figure on the way. I've got a commission to do in the next couple of weeks. Or the next week, hopefully, if it gets here in time. But it also has a gift from one of my customers has sent me the 54mm Vindicare Assassin. So, as bucket lists go for doing I've got the medium because I keep missing. Yeah, because I've got number 2 and number 3. So number 1's done, which was Eisenhorn, which a few of you thought. He's up there. He's pretty cool. I also got the Ranger. So this is the Ranger Sniper. There was 2 versions of the Ranger. Now he has got a little bit of build on him, so he is going to come apart and he is going to be redone. But yeah, number 2 of 3 and number 3 is on its way, which is huge thanks to Dale, who I'll be painting some bits and pieces for. But it's just phenomenal that he managed to find one and get it sent over. Model prep. Model prep, I'll say yes to. I have something in the pipelines for wet pallets. So one of the wet pallet companies is sending us some new product to try. So we will be doing it with that, Ashton. I will, as soon as I get it, I'll do a quick video. Yeah, Kinger. That came from America. I did treat myself to the Ranger, but yeah, the Vindicare Assassin was just absolutely gorgeous. Yes, Archnin. Yes, it may be. So hopefully I'll get what they're sending in the next. Well, I got an email to say it's on its way, so it should be next week. Yes, Kinger, it is definitely the version 2 of their wet pallet. We're not getting the wet pallet because they're not produced yet, but we're getting something else to try in the meantime. So the red grass, yeah, don't miss Protech streams. Yeah, they sent me a message through last week saying, did I want to apply for a job for them? I was like, what? So I was like, I don't have enough time to do my own stuff, but yeah, I was really, really honoured to be asked. It was like, wow. So yes, I have my I think this has still got the colours in that we used the other week. Yeah. Green belly, so you still got the green in. Which does give me an idea since I've still got it. So let's give it a. Yeah, that's what that's what I was offered. I wasn't offered the job. I was offered to apply for it. So I was like, "Oh, that's so cool." So I'm just going to grab some of the green that we built up on the wet palette last time. I've thinned it a little bit more just to do it as a bit of a glaze over some of the areas. See, I don't want it to be like the usual light and dark and stuff like that. What I'm trying to do is keep... He's got like a dirty, random splodges of... The wash has made him look very dirty and very unclean and very unwashed, and it really does come through really well. But I'd also like some of the bright green to show through, especially on things like his hooter. So let's have the hooter. Still need to do his eyes, and I don't know what colour to do his eyes. Let's have his tips of his toes. And then so they definitely need some tesseract green eyes. So I'm just picking out defined muscle on the goblin as well. The calves. And adding a bit more of the... It reminds me of bilious green that GW used to do. And yes, the goblin with a six-pack. Let's hit that goblin six-pack with some... So... Yeah, that does. I'm thinking of the wraps. I've still got the wrap colour there and some of that. So what I'm going to do is mix it on my other palette so it turns it into very wishy-washy paint. You're going to see here, so it's and it is just, I just want to pick bits I don't want to hit. There we go. And it will just hopefully lighten the. Catch you soon, Archnet. I'll catch you in a bit. Every hiding is for you. Thank you, Mark. Much appreciated, mate. So yeah, I think we're going to get these done. I think I can. Chewy. I think I do have the ability to get them on their own, because technically there are excuse me, there are I'm just going to do the toenails. They're very much like a consumable. It gets to the point where you've cleaned them that many times that the palettes just stay dirty, so I always presumed that's why they did it in the some fingernails as well. So the magnet side of it pops them off. Good evening, big bearded beast. Why do you always break it, Mark? I'll just get these fingernails done. And do you have this sort of hassle with Mark on your streams, Martin? I'm going to get the eyes with the bone colour as well as the base, and then I can decide on the colour. But if it's got a light colour as a base, then most of the other colours will go over it well. Right, let me have a look. Twitch, Streamlabs, giveaways. Hey, at least it's actually working. Toto, is that Roro's new name? There we go. So, what was it? Remove all of Mark's points from being a pain in the backside. Yeah, give that a go, mate. I don't know then, mate. If you're having the same on 2 streams, then I'm guessing that's the common denominator in the 2 stream issue is possibly you. There you go. Right. So, I don't know what colour eyes to do it. Need to get some rust. Light rust. Rust. You know what? White eyes. Bright eyes. Burning like fire. Sorry. I'll definitely stop singing. Or will I? Where is paint agitators? Not in any of these drawers. What have I done with them? Oops. I'll have a tidy up while I'm going along. Well, I guess I'm not putting paint agitators in this. Who would have thought that a company that sells the paint agitators can't find his own? Dark rust. I'm going to use dark rust anyway. Yes, Mark. Because I've put them down somewhere and can't find them. You know, I use these ones right under my keyboard. So I'm going to actually be using this rust quite a bit, so I've got a couple of other jobs going on. There we go. Yeah, well, I may have a toy coming from AliExpress. So with all of the hype about these auto agitator things that you go bzzz, and it shakes your paint for you, I went on and I bookmarked a couple. So sorry, this is red oxide or dark rust. So what I'm doing is the chainmail under the plate. I just see it as being dirty and rusty, so it's getting the rust effects put on all of it. I am going to hit the rust effects on some other bits, but I wanted to hit all of that first. Yeah, so I went onto AliExpress and I looked at all the ones that people were putting up. I think it was one of you guys that put one up as well. And I looked at it and I was like, cool, bookmarked it, didn't do anything more with it. And a couple of days later, I got a thing going, we've seen this in your basket. Would you like a voucher that would help you pay for it? I was like, go on then. And it was like, £25 voucher. Like, hold on. That means I get it for £3. Like, okay, I'll give that a go. So it has said it's shipped. I'll believe it when it gets here. But if I get a £3 agitator, I'm not going to look a gift voucher in the mouth. So I'm just hitting the things like the bolts and then rubbing it off a bit. No, that was including the postage, Paul. It took it off the total. These are just building up little daft rust streaks down the back. Which is quite a bright rust. Do like this one. So also plates of damage, where the damage is on the plates, and just drop a little bit in. And again, this is a little bit beyond what we would do for tabletop. Tabletop would be the colours, would be a bit of base colours, wash, highlighting, and away you go. I didn't want to do the highlighting on this as much just because of how good the wash has done the body and stuff like that. But what I did do is a quick dry brush to get the edges of all of the metal plates. And just catch some of the and just some of the streaks where it's picked up the rust. And this is acrylic rust, it's not oil or anything like that. But what I'm going to do is, yeah, I've got them there, is quickly cover all of them in it. I'm going to use the same technique that we used with the other stuff and just go, so they get a bit of an orange rusty hue to it. And it's not hard, you just quickly cover them all. And then these are just makeup sponges. I think I got 100 for a couple of quid. There you go. The knuckle dusters, I'm going to do exactly the same. So you've got there you go. doesn't need much of the wash to stain the metalwork, which is really good. But you can just rub the edges and it comes off. But it stays in the crevices. You can see there's rust in there. Is that painting 750 points of... Yeah. Yeah. When we did the Zenithal on the Orc, I was having to be so careful that I didn't hit any of the bits and mess up it's just a basic highlight, but when you've got a lot of detail with the airbrush and it's just, yeah, it's nerve-wracking painting it up afterwards. There we go. So let's get the Orc Goblin's eyes as well, and get it with the there you go, Paul. As we were talking about, I'm still using the size 1. I've done the eyes, I've done the metalwork, I've done the wash, and other than the big wash, I haven't strayed away from using my size 1. I know we were talking about it a couple of weeks ago. Tell you what, because I don't know if it's the matte that's causing, or the style of painting that makes it look a bit weird. So I need a lifetime supply of these things. Let's do a bit of housekeeping. Is that clear for everyone? And is that now clearer with the... You can see the troll a lot clearer with a clean backdrop. Right, while you decide whether... Let me know if that... Oh yes, the 6-finger hand's gone. But does that look better? Does that make the figure look clearer? And where's my really hot earth? Does he look clearer? And you can see him now. It's amazing how, yeah, it's amazing how changing the backdrop can just change the whole. Yeah, it's a bit strange that, because I know it's the figures at the same place. I haven't changed any camera settings. It's like, yep, that looks a lot better, and I can actually see stuff now. I need a cheap supply of those blooming mats. Buy them in a pack of 10 and they're about 80 quid if you buy them in a pack of 10. It's like, of that all mushed up into the side of his foot as well. So this is just our usual peanut butter. It is Diorama Effects by Vallejo, and it is the Brown Earth. Doesn't smell like peanut butter in the slightest, but everyone knows it's my go-to. That's the same there, that's what we've used there. So that's just, they're both the same. As you can see, but one's had the Agrax wash over it and one's just fresh. So yeah, it goes into a really nice mud with the Agrax over the top of it. But what I'm going to do is run my hand around the edge and get rid of any of the excess that's over the lip, so I can get a good clean and black paint job around that. So much peanut butter. There we go. So let's have blue-eyed troll, red-eyed troll, yellow, let me just put some water down in that. In the hydration. Do like that idea, but to do that I'm going to have to use inks. So that is a good shout, Mark. To get a brown, a good brown, think army painter. Check right here. Dark tone is the wrong one. So that's purple. It's close to blue. Green. Green. Got a lot of green. Green. Red. Dark tone's still a bit dark for purple. Vanity Shine. Red. I have a lot of their washes. I use a lot of Army Painters washes. They make some of the best washes in the game. Best out there. They work differently to GW. They work differently to all three manufacturers that I use. Have different different setups for their washes, and they all do different things, and they all work really well. can't fault them in the slightest, and they just do what they do on the tin. That's if I can find them. That ticking feeling in the back of my mind that I've used all of my mid-tone wash. So, sepia off Reichland. I'm going to use Reichland for one eye. But yes, it is a very good idea to have two eyes different. Goblins are going to get red. So, just nearly did the old spilling of the wash. So, the blue is going to be Army Painter War Paint. Blue, only need a drop or two of it. Here, he has got white. The whites of his eyes are showing through, and it does look quite cool. Let's see. I'll get the red done on this goblin. Don't know if you can actually see that, but you can see the tint of one blue, one brown. And yes, check you out, Mark. And then obviously evil gobbo with the bright red eyes. Looks mad on the back of there. So there we go, a little bit deeper. Yeah. If only, Mr. Stander, if only. So, he has the eye of blue and the eye of brown, and the gobbo's got to be honest, I'm really happy with how he's come out. I like the colour shifts in the muck and the brown and the green on his belly. Do like being able to go back to my wet palette just to be able to just go back in and add some just little bits of highlight, and I can still mix it. I could play around doing this sort of stuff all day, slightly changing the colour of the belly, but trying to keep, see the dirty patches here, trying to keep the dirty patches in place, but with keeping them in place, just doing it so it's like a glaze. If you glaze it pretty clear, you get all of the patches back underneath as well. So the scratches and stuff.
What do you think?
I'm good, thank you. Yeah, it just looks like a very mucky belly. Like you would expect. His face is... I've done his face dark because he's going to get soot from the gunshot residue and all that sort of stuff coming back into his face. It's always going to get... Thank you very much, Ulfric. That is much appreciated, mate. Yes, 100%, Craig. So the intensity range that you've just picked up, we've just painted that basically. So think of them as bright contrast paints, yeah. So we painted him black. Zenithal highlight with that, so he was basically white from a 45-degree angle down, and then the blues, the reds, the greens, the yellows, the browns were all... I used the Vallejo version, and the transparents. If you think of them as thicker versions of what you're using, we just used them. And all I did was, half the time I was thinning them down anyway, and they work very much like a contrast paint. Now, if I can... Tanks airbrush contrast washes. Oh, contrast? Because I class them... Nope. Airbrush. They're in with the airbrush. So, that's the range. Come on, guys, move up the way. In fact, stand up and start to dry, and then I can finish you off in a bit. So, let's go up. These are the intensities. There is some really that line is really cracking. There we go. So that's a lime green ink. There's the white intensity. Now we've been using Liquitex white ink, and it will just be the same. But then there's the red, there's intensity brown, there's olive. I think this is 2 sets of 8. Was it an 8-piece set that you got? The cyan is beautiful. But yes, let me just do something. There we go. Notepad. So inks demo. I also have something very interesting as well, if I can find it, Craig. I bought 100 backpacks, sprayed them all white grey, sprayed them all 4 different colours, and I did comparisons of intensity, Vallejo and GW contrasts, because technically on paper they work all the same. Might have been because I've got the... So that's the Vallejo ink range, and I've also got the green stuff candy inks, and I did a full set. I was planning on doing videos and I just didn't get round to it, so I have half of that prepared ready. So inks, Model prep. Cool. Yeah, I've put 2 down so far. Tell you what, I also have. Craig's just reminded me. So, instant colours. Now this is a huge chest. It was a Kickstarter last year, and it's sat here and done nothing. So it's a huge chest of Scale 75's instant colours. Now these are all their version of so they've got all the primers and stuff, and I've never tested these out. So there's actually 2 whole layers of these colours that I've never ever tested, and they are the same as they're meant to be they're meant to work the same as contrast paints, and there's some really nice bright colours in amongst them. The reds, the evil root sin, ragweed orange. So there's loads of good ones that I do need to pull my finger out and get tried. So yeah. Can't remember. I think it was only offered for if you bought the full set on the Kickstarter, and I think it was about 150, maybe it's more. But the chest is really nice quality as well. It smells nice. I'll put that back up there. But yeah, I'll get some of them done as well. But everyone that got the supply drops from the Kickstarter, not the Kickstarter, the supply drops from the patron last month, we gave the Elven Armour and Gemstone paints away. I also believe we gave the Night Scales away. So I'm going to do some work with them on one of my Mech Warrior robots. So he's going to have like a black base coat, and then I'm going to use the metallics to do highlights, and that is one of the planned videos as well. So yes, inks demo prep and scale 75 and mets. Cool. Yeah, I used the red on some eyes, and they were the red is really strong as a metallic, and we might get the camera flaring off, but that comes through really well, especially over black. Hello, Test Space Marine. How are you doing this fine day? You know what? It would be rude not to use our very, very strange coloured guy. Yeah, this Judica's been abused, and we use him to test a lot of colours on. So there was inks, there was some of the other colours. You may see him appear in a lot of our videos, poor guy. But he is quite handy to have, and I think he's onto his second coat of primer. Oop. I do recommend when you're painting with the new metallics by Army Painter is to use their thinner on them. All my patrons should have the thinners by now, but you thin them just a little bit just so it goes like a silky smooth colour. This red really reminds me of an Inquisitor type red. There you go. You could even go as far as doing things like Crimson Blade. Now I have done it thin. That has washed out really well, actually. I'll be interested to see how that goes when it dries. There's another tester. So I've just glazed the metallic on. So that's like a glaze of the metallic. You can see it's very thin. Let's see how that finishes, and then I'll do a full paint job with it on the other side. And this is something I would recommend to everyone. Have a Freddy, a figure that you can just do this to. Grab a bit of it, paint it, try the colours. If you need to, we used him for a demo for the Zenithal highlights. So, and we tested the ink on him first before doing it on anything else. Some of the blues there haven't worked well. So how well is this covering? Because it needs a good primer. That is quite glossy paint that I'm trying to cover with it. But yeah, that looks nice. That blade. The metallics come through the wash as well. I need more armor plate. Just trying to do a metallic wash with it, see what it does. Some of my best ideas and best colours have come from doing bits and pieces like this. Just grabbing a test model. I've got a Cadbury's purple Space Marine somewhere. I was working with Jack on some colour schemes, and we just tried some off the wall daft things, and some of them just worked. So yeah, it's coating where it's been primed really nicely, but where it's got paint on it, it hasn't done it as well. Oh, good shout. I tell you what, Elven armor. I won't do it on the sword because that'll just mess things up. That could do with agitating a bit. I do have, as I said, the wash at the machine coming. So You can see on there where I'm just quickly mixing it, just using it's the Proper Army Painter airbrush thinner that I'm using, and you can see it's not breaking. Sometimes when you do this, if you can see the red where it's separated, or it's started to separate it, at that point I've just pushed it a little bit too far. That's just so I'll drag a little bit more paint in. By Jove, we could be onto something. Only problem is, have I got a bit of muck in there, or is that... Nope. Metallic washes. Well, that is interesting, because I wonder how the black one's going to work. So the metallics are showing through really nice. Yeah. It is looking cracking. Now I thought I had a splodge of paint, but it's just a nick in the armour there. Wow. Let's try. Because this paint is very thick, as you can see when it comes out. It's got high metallic content. If you were making bottles of this, you would literally be doing, I think, about 50-50 to make the wash. Just move that a little bit out the way. That's a very interesting black colour. Yeah, I do like it. Yeah, he definitely got it. It's a hello. That I do like, the way the black and metallics work together. You can see that being used quite a bit going forward. It'll work well for dark metal. See? 90% of finding new things and making it work is just playing around, prattling around, giving stuff a go. I'd like to see that black on a full Space Marine, to be honest. But can you see the red? It's got metallic. It looks very metallic-y, and it just, yeah, the blade looks, and the shoulder pad, even though the white's showing through in this patch here, the metallics, I don't know if you can see them or not. The metallics come through it really well, and then the sword you can see better there compared to it just being painted on where it's all red. And then the arm piece there, you've got the folds and it's still in metallic, and then the greaves where you can see the metallics bouncing off it, but the black's gone into recess and it's kept a lot of the colour forward. Jack's going to be gutted he missed it. But yeah, even the blue on the cross looks great. So yeah, well impressed. Sorry, sidetracked. And it is nearly time for the competition. So I'll put Fred over there for now and put him out the way. Let me get my wet palette closed up for now. Fantastic wet palette. Metallics. Ooh, that is where we're at. So, I will swap my wet palette for my box of cards. Oh, knock my glasses over. And as usual, the box of cards has fallen over. You know, I didn't put as many in, so I didn't have the hassle of them all falling, all being dead tight, and now I don't think I've put enough. Right, too early. I'm just about to look at the giveaway. We're having our Wednesday night giveaway. It'll be on for 20 minutes. We have the usual. Tier 1 gets 5 pulls. Tier 2 is 7 pulls. And Tier 3 is 12 pulls. Followers are Tier 1. Subscribers are Tier 2. And tonight's donators are Tier 3. So they get 12 cards from the deck. Egan's broke it again. Everyone can enter. You have to be a follower of the stream to win. Tickets are 100. Maximum tickets are 10. Subscribers get an extra one. And I'm going to start the giveaway now. Does it come up? Well, it's not coming up. And I can't move the new camera. What I will do is... people are getting entered. Chewy has 2 tickets. Egan has 6. Mark has 6. Mr. Stander has 3. Kinger has 10. Why has only Kinger got 10? Oh, he only put 9 in. So, Chewy, Egan, Mark, Mr. Stander, Kinger, Tomo... Tavern Wars, Archnin. Paul, the points aren't working at the minute, mate. You don't have enough points. Craig has 4. You've got 6 in, Mark. Paul, you have 4. What was I going to do? Oh, Paul. No, you can't get 10. Paul, look. Let me see if I can go close up and see if it does it any better. So that's how it's come out. You're going to have to paint the base white and then possibly do the snow white over the top of it. But I don't know if you can see the detail on it. It is quite nice snow. It's nice snow. Ulfric's fixed it. Yay, Ulfric's fixed it. Only one exclamation, Pixie. Plexi, sorry, Pixie. Pixie waffle. Plexi waffle, sorry. So yeah, don't know why, but we're getting the we're getting spammed with the message. So, oh yes, let's go to gallery. There is a lot in the gallery, so this could take a while. I will go through it fairly quickly. If I can even open the... Where's the gallery input gone? Ah. Chatting. Not painting up close. Gallery. So I didn't get last week's done. I'll go with here. Mr. Stander, not painting his boats. Did I call it? Did you call what? So, Mr. Sanders' boats in their primal state. Marks. I still say tesseract them. Do one in tesseract for us, Mark. Have him as a special warrior. Do like the green and blue though. Here's the Rubik. No, he's not a chronomancer. He's a Rubik cube mancer. So he likes his Rubik cubes. Oh, you've got to paint the one like a Rubik's cube in his hand, Mark. Look, you always go on to me about painting stuff. Paint the one in his hand at Rubik's cube. Imagine that as a Rubik's cube. Hand out going, look, boss, I've done it. See, I can get you lot to do silly things at the same time as you get me to do silly things. And no, Mark hasn't spammed us with 100 photos this time. It's good on the white background as well. This is what we were on about earlier with the photos down on here. You can actually see some of the pictures better when they've got a good background. So these are Will's. Wow, the messages are hammering through. I think we broke the message system as well. You know, they remind me of Terminators. They're cool. I do like the two-handed swordsman. All the blood. Again, that blue metallic would work really well in that case, wouldn't it? I might try it with some of the GW metallics as well. Some of his Space Wolf Primarises. Is it Primarises or Primaris size? Oh no, Tomo. When did that come out? I've got all of them. I only need one. Telezar blue contrast over a silver. Yeah, that's cool. Chewie and his heretical Dark Angels. Seems to be a lot of heresy Space Marines kicking about at the moment. And this is the after picture. Yep. Or work in progress. That is cool. The flayed ones. Yeah, I'll try it on, because you've got it on a glass. But yeah, exactly. Because that's on the glass. You're getting reflections off the glass, and it gives false readings on your camera because it's trying to get depth, but the glass confuses it. Do what Ash does Ash picked up a £5 photo light booth. It's about 6-inch cubed, and it sits on his desk, and it folds away. It's all magnetic. It folds away. They're about £5 or £6 off eBay, and they work just to do like 5 models on. They're pretty cool. Yeah, I've got a load of metal flayed ones in the shop, Mark, and they just fall to bits for fun. Some more Spacey Marines. Yeah, some of the GW stuff's been a bit hit and miss, but if you think of it this way, they are rattling it out at the moment. How many sets and stuff are the working on? They are doing well. Ooh. That. And Darren Wren, who is one of the lads that we've been working with, he's just bought into Moonstone quite heavily actually, and he's been painting some of the models up. So this is the Not Beast. Yeah, fully understandable, Mark. So Darren's a cracking painter. He just won't admit that he is. And there's a ghost. Some cool examples, and then the ghost and the girl. Oh, what was that? Garbage Pail Kids, Scary Mary, I think. Oh, Garbage Pail Kids is taking it back a bit now. Used to love Garbage Pail Kids. Sorry, I digress massively. So, sorry guys. So Ash has been doing some new weathering, rusting of the containers. Snowy has been doing some 3D buildings, MDF buildings that someone else couldn't be bothered to do and had loads of them, and don't know who that was. And Paul, our flaky pastry on here, has been doing some more scenery for Frostgrave, and this is just bits of foam card that he's drawing into foam. Yes, I'm going to go to that one in a minute. It's further down, but yeah, we've been the one of the wing. Yeah, all the snow. I've got some more snow for Paul to use or try out when he eventually comes over, or I'll give it to Julian when he comes over at some point. And then more of the HQ for the slightly less heresy Space Marines. The wolf pelt's nice. It's got good colour on the pelt. Paul's grey battleship's still grey. And Mark finishing his Edward Scissorhands group. He should be on plugging his own stuff, Tomo, and getting his. Well, we have got a piece of his stuff coming up in a second. These are Chewie's Ravenwing bikers. He's got some very nice bikes on the way. He's been working on some bits and pieces to add to them. So this is Paul setting up, ready to go, ready to do some painting. And then some of the ships come out. So Paul's one of the people that probably a year ago he wouldn't even dream of painting, and he's been watching a couple of people's streams, including mine and Rasta's, and he's now painting to a pretty decent level. I'll give him that. And Bengar has been doing the Marvel Crisis figures. Bengar's a machine for sending, finishing product and stuff like that. It comes in, it paints, he's done. And then he's been doing Arnie. That's cool. That is Infinity models. Infinity. And this is one of the wings that we've printed. I didn't realise that the lines were in it so bad. But this is Saucerman Studios. We did work with them last year, and Ash and Snowy had some of some of their work, like Snowy's work and Ash's work, put up on Saucerman's Instagram. Now, this was their freebie that they handed out to us all as a sample. The piece of wing, it's really solid. It took quite a lot of printing, and it is quite big. It doesn't show it in that photo, but it is huge. It's a huge chunk. It does remind me very much of a Arc 170 wing. Would do really well in Legion. So Ash got this. Saucerman Studios actually posted this up on their page as well and put it into their Kickstarter. So really proud. Not only because it was my printing, but it is painting again. His new art style of doing graffiti and stuff like that on some of the products looks absolutely fantastic. I'd never even thought of doing stuff like that. One of Paul's bad jokes, as usual. We'll pass past that. Mark doing a Hoover tank. What faction are you doing them in, Mark? I know it's a red. I know you're doing it red, but what faction are they going to be? Catch you tomorrow, Paul, even. So, yeah, I'm not sure which one is. Crimson Consoles. Cool. Yeah, I'd be interested on how that comes on. So, this is our... I don't know if any... I know a couple of you have been to the shop in the past during lockdown for click and collect. But we've re-racked behind where I sit. These are going to be card racks. I know they've got crap on at the moment, but that's what me and Ronan were building today. He came around to give us a hand putting all of these racks together. So this is our new rack system for our new card singles website. Craig's been doing his bolt action. They're cracking, mate. I have a bolt action army, and there's a few of us with bolt action armies from beanies. So when all of this is over, I know Ronan's building a Russian army. I've got a fully painted German army. Snowy's got Brits. Someone else has got something else. Can't remember who, but there's quite a few of us with bolt action at the minute. Snowy's making a lot of scenery for us all. So it'd be good to get some events going. Althorn. I'm not sure who Althorn is yet, but it looks like a superhero squirrel. Tell you what, there is. Yeah, you've not explained who Althorn is. You've introduced us. Oh, Acorn. Acorn. Right. Wow. Bad Kinger. Yeah, I know he is. There's a Dad's Army set for we got to give one away. The Dad's Army set is fantastic. But yeah, they're cool, Craig. We'll definitely have to get some games sorted out. And then some little fellas. I can't remember. I know that's an Ewok in sniper config, because you can tell his rifle's in sniper config. Mark getting more of the tank done. That's a lot of tank. And Cornwolf getting on with some clones. Did your stuff turn up that we sent, Corn? Didn't get a chance. And the raffle's over, people. I will... Oh, sorry, it's ended. It's not over. Plexi doing... Right. If it hasn't turned up by the end of the week, give us a shout, because it was quite a big package, and it went by courier. Yeah, it's stupid. Yep, gold trim for days. I don't think it was. Joe sent it, so there's a chance it'll have been, because it was it 6 or 8 kilograms? There was a lot of those books were like inch thick ones. They weren't just all the thin ones that you got. You got some really you got a cracking deal there, to say the least. And Archnin getting the resin ones. Honest mate, I paid X for it. I put a small percentage on it, and that's what you paid. I made a small percentage. I'm happy, and it saved us having to list 20 graphic novels. We have been promised more. They're just sorting out, so we may have some more to come. I still haven't got all of the other ones listed, so you taking 9 actually stopped me from having to do 9 listings. So yeah, they're the resin models Archnin had printed. I'm really looking forward to see how these turn out. They looked cracking on the website. More from Plexi, if he's still around. More of the resin model. And the aliens. Yeah, AVP aliens. I've sold a couple last week. They're at our class. So that is everyone on that. Yeah, it's not much at all. Pending. I was quite surprised. I got it in. I ended up with it 3 times by mistake. But that's another story for another time. But yes, I've got the full set in a special edition case from them, all pre-built. It was worth every penny. Just ask Steve Christian. So this should work fantastically. Did I reset? No, I didn't reset it. So our first winner of the let's see if I can see who has done donation type things tonight. Tavern, Archnin, Mark, and Ulfric. So our first winner this evening, at whichever level they get it, is Tomo. You are tier 2. So oh, come on, Sarge. I don't need let me just turn that light off, and I don't need to do that now. So, first one. One is Dead Man's Switch. 2 is Rebel Lawful. Lawful Rebel, even. No Idens so far. And Iden. And next one is Shield Upgrade. So that's 4. 5 is... Right, what I'll do is I'll give you the shiny one and take the normal one away. And 5 again. Pentraki. How many did I say you've got? 5, 7, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And last but not least is Sarge. No, spare parts. Sorry, Tomo. Let me get some bags to put them in. There has been a slight delay on some of the postage. 2, 3. We are hoping to get a load of postage out tomorrow. I'm going to do some work on it tonight, but we should be in a good position to get an absolute stack away tomorrow. Someone started work on the garage. The good news is we've got a lot more space to get some bits and pieces done. So Iden going back in so someone else can pull her. Okay. Next winner is Broken. No one. It's actually Chewy. What I'll do is I'll take a picture at the end of it. So Chewy, ooh, Mr. Cole. I won't put my phone on there so everyone can see who I'm ringing. Well done, Chewy. So you are also your first win. Okay. I believe you're also a... you was right the other night about having more cards somewhere because I won the art that Zoe did too. Right, was that... Let me just write that down. The layer art. Because she put it somewhere to dry because when we showed it off it hadn't dried properly, and when I went and sent everyone's things out I was like, shouldn't this have gone with someone's... So it's still here. We haven't lost it. So Chewy is a subscriber. So 1 is a decimator. That's telling you need to play X-Wing, Chewy, and become a decimator pilot. 2, Dead Man's Switch. 3 is 5th bomber, a 5th brother. 4, Scarif base pilot. 5, can't go anywhere without Iden. 6, and Colonel Jendon. And last but not least is the Nomlum that people are wanting. Well done, Chewy. This is a very, very special one. Kay got that done for me just for... so happy you got an Iden. Yeah, for people who don't have an Iden, it is quite... Yeah, Imperials. So, last but not least this evening. No. Imperials. Vader. Our last winner for this evening is Plexi Waffle. I've still got your cards here as well. I will drop them off. I need to do a supply drop to you anyway at some point, Tomo. So I don't know if I can't remember if Plexi is Plexia. You know, I should have a. Raffle 2. So it is 5 for Plexi. Oh, sorry, yeah, cheers. I was looking through systems and so 1 is Blade Squadron Veteran, painted by George Delapina. It's a nice card, that. They were the ones I actually won them ones, so that's my set that I split down. 2, the Hive Guard. Number 3 is congrats. Number 4, wow, Shirano's doing it. And number 5 is one of the original Black Squadron Ace promo cards. So, Plexi. Drop us a message on Facebook to the store. Just say you are Plexi and give us your address. If we've sent you stuff before, I will have got rid of it because I don't keep hold of people's addresses for GDPR reasons, unless they do buy stuff off us from the shop, and then I'd definitely have them. But I'd need to put your name to an account, if that makes sense. So, winners, if I don't normally just send you the stuff, drop me a message, or Tomo and Chewy, you're 2 guys that come and get it anyway. Oh, cool. I stopped playing against my daughter because she keeps beating me. And I don't want to get beaten. Simple as. So I tend not to play Zoe. There was live stream games of her beating me and beating me bad. And I couldn't win because I felt so bad when I beat her. Yes, it's awful because if you beat her, you feel awful because you beat her, and then when she beats you, you feel awful because she beat you. It's like, I can't win this one. So, yeah. Zoe can be quite good at X-Wing. She has been in high ranks in regionals at Beanies. She's been quite high up in 2 of them, or Star Championship and it was Star Championship and a regional. I tend to take a step back, and my friend Steve Christian helps her with list building and stuff like that, because I would just have her flying 2 decimators, where Steve gets her lists that she can work with, and she's better at that sort of stuff than me. But yeah, it's crushing when they beat you. So let me just close down that. Complete the thing. The giveaway has finished. So what have we got for tomorrow evening? I'm definitely going to finish off just the base to do on this now. It's got some lovely staining that it's picked up. I need to redo the black, but the base is down. And then he is ready to rock and roll. And then we will finish off the troll cannon. The blue. Right, zoom in. This is to show you what you've created, Mark. That's his eye. Blue one side, brown the other. So while I've got that camera like that, that's so you can see the staining on the rust. I need to do some wash on the rope. Oh, you can actually pick up any mistakes that I've made. Moves past the mould line that Mark didn't see. Just some staining on there. And you can see the dip where when I went back in and did the bits of green off the wet palette, you can see where the bone, where the bits that I've picked up do just look a little bit brighter. And then the wraps have done exactly. If you can see the wraps there, the gammy there. It's Protech models or Lee Grand Moth Dalton. Either or. I've put the Grand Moth back in through getting complaints that I was shirking my duties as a Grand Moth. So yeah, it's got like pus and stuff in there now. That's exactly how I wanted it to come through. And then the balls are slightly rusty. And the toes, look at the toes are coming through. I don't know if you're not going to see the toenails, but the feet. That is underpainted. So what I'm going to quickly do before I disappear is take the Agrax and yeah, there we go. For some reason, just a little bit under the belly has been missed. There we go. Yeah. So we have his eyes, and then I really want to do dots. You know what? Before I go, nope, I'm going to need a bit better black than that. Just think of it this way, Plexi, if it's not the right person and they then send you some free promos, then you're on a double win. There you go. He's looking off to the left. Evil little goblin. I'm a little goblin. Come on then, name that. Bonus points to anyone that can name what that's off. I'm guessing Mark might be the forerunner for that. For guessing anyway. Hey! It is 100% Blackadder. Well, it wasn't Blackadder that was was it Blackadder that sang it? I think he did at one point, didn't he? I think they were all singing it. Yeah. And there you go. 100 points for guessing it correctly added to your account. Have a free raffle ticket on me for guessing that, because it was very obscure and I should do more bits and pieces like that, like daft quizzes and yeah. We get that a lot. Well, I get that a lot, but that's again another story. So we will get these two guys finished tomorrow night. 2 Greenskinz from the opposite sides of the valley, but they're 2 Greenskinz nonetheless. And then we will be looking at what we're going to start next month, which I'm not sure about yet. Orcs. Orcs come from wherever they want. I have just thought of something because I've never tried. I glued it to the base when it was. I just stand up, and I do need to take all of the stuff off the bottom. So we will be back tomorrow at 7. We will be doing the finishing of these and a bit of chatting. I'm trying to think if anything's turned up, because stuff's been turning up this week and we've just been putting it straight into the garage because the house is quite full at the moment of stuff that I need to sort out. So I'll have a dig through, see if any new bits and pieces have come out, to see what we've been getting through. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, that would be about it for tonight. I'm just checking that I haven't forgot anything, because I normally leave it laid around me. So thank you everyone for coming by tonight. Thank you everyone who's donated tonight, and thank you everyone who's continued to subscribe, watch, follow, be a part of our stream. It is really good fun. And yes, catch us all tomorrow. Good night. Take care.